Welcome back to Natural Glam Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what to do if you lose strength. Well, I got an answer for you for that. I got an answer, and of course there is absolutely no benefit to me. I mean, there is no conflict of interest whatsoever. I mean, this is just a time-tested technique and something that you can do if you find that you're losing strength. You can purchase one of these puppies. You just go to naturalglambodybuilding.com and you can purchase one of these puppies. So again, I mean, there's really no benefit to me. I'm really just selling this stuff for cost. But you start with, you know, the exercise stick. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's two exercise sticks. You can get the two exercise stick set. It's like a combination set, right? It's kind of like, you know, I don't know if you guys saw Rambo back in the day. You know, Rambo Part 2, not First Blood, but actually Rambo Part 2, like it was the third movie or whatever, when he had the sticks, you know? You know, you can use these things and you will get your strength back. The catch is you just got to send $75 US to naturalglambodybuilding.com, and then I will send you a complete set of exercise sticks, the whole 2 pieces of them.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
So yeah, what do you do if you're losing strength? What do you do? At least what do I do? Because, you know, it happens. Sometimes you get the flu, like I had the flu a little while ago, whatever, so I was knocked on my ass for a little bit. And of course you come back to the gym, you notice that your strength is a little bit down, or maybe you go through an injury, or sometimes you just go through the ups and downs of training. Sometimes what I found is that one part of my body will get stronger and another part might get a little bit weaker because systemically my body is adapting to a greater amount of stress, maybe in the back area or in the hip area or in the muscles in the legs. You know, so some of these overall systemic type of stimuluses can be hogging all of your recovery. And then you may notice something smaller like bench presses or shoulder presses or something might go down in strength temporarily before coming back up again. But what do I do if I find that there's some glaring weak link that's going on with my body and something that I need to recalibrate? Well, then I apply a specialty type program, or I periodize my training, right? It's periodization. That's what a lot of athletes do. I then will concentrate on going back in the gym and saying, okay, all right, I got to get my bench press strength back up. Okay, I'm going to do heavier weight and do multiple sets of that heavier weight to get that groove back and to force the body into basically being stimulated with the heavy weight. So I'll work on that groove specifically for sometimes 2-3 weeks, and then work back into lighter weights again and then start mixing up the rep ranges. But I do find that there is some usefulness to specializing for short periods of time, maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks, whatever it is. I find that sometimes there's a cumulative type of stress that goes on in the body as you constantly give it that same type of stress for a period of time. And then it's almost like it's like a key unlocking a door, and all of a sudden, boom, then there's some sort of gains that come from it. So I'm doing some bench presses right now in the gym, doing 295 or whatever, and I lost a couple reps on the bench. I've noticed like my strength is down. It feels like I'm pushing against a wall of lead, you know? And that's it, because I basically wasn't eating well for a week and I had the flu or whatever. So the bottom line is now I have to start working with those heavy weights again to get that groove back to what it was before, and then possibly carry that on further as far as do heavier weight for several weeks after I find that I get back to where I was before, and then start to stimulate the body into learning how to handle the heavier weight and to also stimulate the body in a different way. Because like I've said lots of times, you can do lightweight, you can do heavyweight, but at the same time, it's good to mix them up, not always do the same thing. But there's no question that when you start to stress the body in one pathway, that you're asking the body to specialize in that specific pathway. And sometimes that's necessary in order to break through a plateau as well. So like I've said before, if you go heavy all the time too much and you notice that you're hitting a wall, no matter what you do, you're not getting stronger, well, yeah, then maybe sometimes you do need to rep out. But in this case, for me, I noticed that I have to consistently get used to handling heavyweight in order for that strength to return. So yeah, will I have a strength training program on my website at some point? Yeah, probably. I probably will put one up there, but I'm just kind of going through the motions in my own training and finding out what really feels the best possible way to get strength in my own body before I actually write it down and give it to you, because you know, I'm trying to relearn stuff. Relearning's not the right word, but it's more like I'm trying to hone what is also appropriate for me at my age now, as opposed to when I was 25, and what is the truth that threads through both those age demographics, and what is going to be the best thing for the collective amount of people that tune into this channel, right? Rather than just saying, okay, this is the way it worked for me at 22, so it automatically going to work for you. Well, you might be a 50-year-old dude, you might be 40 years old, you might have injuries. Like there might be a lot of different parameters or variables that are different. And I want to make sure that I find the best collective way for as many different people as I can when I write up a program. So anyway, I do kind of take pride in what I'm writing down for you guys. So those of you who have gotten results from my workout programs know what I'm talking about. All right, well, I'm done the gym, so I'm just gonna have a few amino acids here. I take about 4 or 5 of these after the workout. And then I just drink them down, and then, yeah, I got some immediate protein in my system right away. I mean, like I said, it's always best to get a meal in, but sometimes I can't get a good meal in right after the gym, and I'm just experimenting with amino acids instead, and then I'll get a meal in when I get home. It's important not to eat the cotton though. Don't eat the cotton in the bottle of pills. Don't do that. So yeah, so assuming that your diet is in check, assuming that you're eating and everything, and you notice that you lost some strength, don't worry about it too much. Sometimes it's just a matter of just refining that groove. And also the other thing that can happen, sometimes if you put your neck out of place a little bit, or say you got a muscle knot in your back, or one of your shoulder muscles or rotator cuff muscles, this can also throw off your groove, so you temporarily lose strength. So you're not really losing strength as much as you're just not pushing as much weight because you're out of alignment somehow. So getting some massage therapy, getting some chiropractic, or getting some sort of naturopath, you know, treatment or something like that may help you realign, so that way your nervous system and everything is firing on all cylinders when you get back into the gym as well. So that's another thing to try. And I know they're at different lengths, and of course you'd be saying to yourself, hey, you know, that's just 2 ordinary sticks that he found in the forest. But I will say to you that I am a specialist in my field, and the expertise that I have used in order to pick these sticks is really what you're paying for, all right? But of course, again, like I said, I mean, $75, I'm just breaking even, you know, just the gas to come out here in the middle of the forest and find these treasures. I mean, it just cost me that much money just in gasoline to get to the wilderness in order to find these things for you.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Oh, yeah, how's it going, Bob?
What are you doing over there?
Just 1 second. One second here.
I told you not to bug me when you're filming.
Yeah, these sticks really have a lot of applications. I mean, it's interesting what kind of stuff you can come up with and different exercises you can do just using your imagination. But yeah, for me, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a little bit heavier bench for a while, and I'm actually not, like some people are asking me, hey Jason, when are you going to cut again and this and that? Well, what I'm trying to do is concentrate more on nourishing the body, because what you have to do is go with the weak link in the body at the time. And I find at this point in my life, gaining muscle is actually more the weak link rather than just getting lean. I want to make sure that I'm nourishing the body and gaining muscle. And bodybuilding isn't about cutting. It's more about building, right? That's what's called bodybuilding. It's not called body cutting. If it's just about cutting, I mean, the average crackhead would be an awesome bodybuilder, you know what I'm saying? Because those guys are lean, you know what I mean? So the thing is that this is not, that's not really what the bodybuilding sport is about. So I find I feel best when I'm nourishing the body and I'm training and I'm getting stronger and I'm building up those rep ranges and getting good pumps and good nitrogen balance in the muscle. And that happens from diet and also from lifting decent amounts of weight and repping out with weight. But if I'm cutting all the time, I find that although I'll look leaner temporarily and I'll look better to a certain point, I find that it's not always the ideal circumstance for gaining muscle. So I'm trying to concentrate more on gaining muscle at this point, or at least maintaining as much as I can, right? So that's the thing. So yeah, for the next little while, I'll be doing a little bit heavier bench presses regularly in there to get my groove back. And yeah, this is something that you can apply with whatever exercise that you find you've lost a bit of strength in. Temporarily go a little bit heavier. Maybe if you're going 5 rep sets or 4 rep sets, you might not want to go to absolute failure. I always recommend to maybe have 1 rep in the tank, but just do successive sets to get used to that groove, handling the heavy weight all the time. And you'll find that after 3 or 4 workouts, your strength will start to go back up again. So yeah, don't panic, don't worry. You were a mountain once, you'll be a mountain again. And that's the way I see it. Mountain. So I hope this helps out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalglambodybuilding.com, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. And don't forget to get your exercise stick, right? Exercise sticks. These things are just unbelievably durable. Unbelievably. You see this? I can snack them together like that, and they stay together. This is going to be one of those things where I mean, honestly, $75, I firmly believe these sticks will last you at least a few weeks before you have to buy a new set of sticks. So, I think this is just great. I think you guys should order some. And like I said, there's going to be more available on the website as soon as I find some more around here. Yeah, so when you break these, you can just order some new ones. Great residual income for me. I mean, it's great residual gains for you. This is the kind of service that I'm providing to you and to the whole fitness community. I'm giving pretty much free exercise equipment away. Free exercise equipment. So, all right. So those of you that are having trouble with this whole lockdown and everything, can't train at the gym, hey, order one of these puppies. Unlimited supply. But you better get them quick because they're running out. Mountain. And I hope these guys buy this stick. What a piece of junk.